So I saw the 3.5 and 3.2 parked on the other side there, down by on the northbound section. Well, I'll get to that eventually. I have to first cover the southbound part first. Heading on my way down to the Southern Railway Yard. So, okay, here I am. So I'm not sure the train went to Queensboro to serve down the Duncan Street there, or picking up from Hamilton down to Duncan again in Queensboro section. I don't know, to the Tree Island Spur. I mean, but anyway, I'll have to wait for that too. That looks like some wrecks are moving out of here. Probably gonna be for a Queensboro job, I suppose, or we'll switch it anyway. Checking here for the eastbound shop train departure, and or if the westbound shop valley job may came back in here. I'm not sure, but some random mix of freight cars here. One bulkhead car on its own since this morning. I'll have to go and check it out to see where. A lot of cars here in the yard, I can tell, but yeah. Here's a, looks like GP9 with a slug, 001 slug, or the other looking one waiting to get service or something there, but yeah. Yeah, this is possibly the eastbound shop train for going out later. Center beam and empty gondola cars are the ones that can be loaded up with stones, and it's a open hopper and some other, yeah, and then there's gondola cars with like rolled up steel coil. I mean, it looks like you would use for rebarring and tying up rebar, but yeah, but a larger size version of that anyway. We get the train here. The racks are moving under me here, but we got the eastbound shop train here. And this other freight on the other side of the yard here too. Trying to cover all in one base here. Now the eastbound shop train is all in the other track here. It's unusual to have it there. Oh, here's some of the leftover freight from the run. They pulled in back here. They switched some part in the CN side. This is the rest of the freight here. Yeah, that's from the westbound valley job there. Look at the intermodual cars with those totes in there next to that, let alone. Well, these are how I discovered. Maybe they could have been the whole train, but I think they switched up some cars in the CN section, and the rest they brought it back in here. And they went to Burke to pick up some stuff there I recognize, so yeah. There's a switcher there. Green Horton's still there. Moving to the northbound section now, just down here with the southbound. Thank God. Traffic here, even for pedestrians, especially idiots with their e-bikes, you just can't stand them anymore. Getting tired of this. Heading down this way for the film northbound section. Yeah, the first, just to take advantage here of the yard's ground level. Yeah, that's what I meant to say. Yeah. Take a pause here just to show some of the other type of freight cars parked here. Sure, always get lots of these little short hoppers. Not to mention how the SRY gets a lot of different versions of tank cars here to ship to Queensboro, Annis Island, and mainly the SV1 in Vancouver Island. Okay, busy empty rack train is pulled out, but they're adding some more cars, so there's definitely no run, yeah, as of yet. We're going to pick up any of the boxcars down by the Duncan Street or the paper mill area unloading facility, but that'll be maybe a bit later perhaps, or unless they already done that, I don't know. Yeah, racks. Oh, and then I meant to mention a big log. More racks. Lots of racks. Holy moly. The truck here pulling. I'm going to add that in with the train, so they're pulling a heavy freight too. With all those logs, that's a lot of tonnage too. Even though it may float on water, but that's still heavy. Yeah. Next to the racks, and I can just bear with me here. That's the 382. So they went to probably pick up some cars maybe from the Huntington section while they dropped a few off at CNR and CPKC maybe, and then pulled a few cars. Unless maybe that freight what I saw was the only freight I came back. But anyway, that was the westbound job there. Yeah, there's quite a few wrecks on this track here. Be lucky maybe if a train wasn't roll this way, but maybe perhaps a bit later this afternoon. I'm not sure. Probably will when I get home. Just getting the last part before I move away here. Tug's doing their heavy work too, trying to keep it in. Told us it won't hit any parts of the bridge. 3, 2 to 3, 5. Oh, I'm surprised, yeah. Yeah, it didn't seem this morning, so they were probably must have departed after when I left from the Queensboro Bridge early this morning here. Oh, now they got all their service vehicles here. Surprised. I'm trying to get the racks here too, not to mention. Just wanted to try to include some of the service vehicles what the SRY crew used. Yeah, the train's halfway down. There's a good picture of the engine still. And I'll just turn over to the bridge. It's swung open, so the train will soon be crossing. Just turning now to come to Queensboro. Yeah. Oh, that's it. I had to include this kind of unique looking boat. Yeah, oh well. Fraser River pile driving perhaps, or... Sorry about the fence being in the way here. Kind of awkward. Without the fence being in the way here, so that's a good sign. A long rack train heading to Queensboro momentarily, but that's okay. To show the length of all these racks here. Yeah. And Queensboro and intermodules. Just a quick shot here of the intermodules. I still keep thinking about, I wish there was rail service here, that'd be neat. Yeah, only if there was. Yeah. Oh, container coming off the trailer or the truck here. Or, pardon me, maybe it was just loaded onto the trailer, semi-trailer I should say. Pardon me, the other way around. It's driving away with the container now, so. Just a quick look at the warehouses here, and then next to the BCS, BCA, and then, yeah, modules there. Oh, it's too late for to see a train to come through the back spur section, or maybe I might be lucky later, I'm not sure. Didn't see the box cars there, unless maybe I was colorblind, but couldn't recognize the box car. Okay, anyways, at least the train's heading to Queensboro, but going to Annis though with that long freight. Just a back shot of the streets here, just to show Boyd and Ewan, the other side I should say, but yeah.